This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
Hey, everybody. Music's going insane. Did you guys hear that? What was happening? Oh, my God. Well, anyways, welcome, everybody. Hi. Hello. Welcome to Toy Anxiety. My name's Craig. This is the bonus stream that was promised during the Geoffreys. And as of now, it's just me. It's been, so yeah, sorry about I don't know what happened with the music there. It's been quite a week. Obviously, the Geoffreys were Tuesday. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. I know I did. It was super fun getting to put those together, and excited to do this. We did a little super chat goal on the Geoffreys, and we hit that very quickly. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting. So this is the bonus stream. We're going to keep this super loose. Do some Q&A. You guys ask some questions. I'll have some answers, show off some toys, talk about ToyFair, whatever you guys want. It's a free-for-all. It's a bonus, open to everybody. So I'll say hi to the chat in just a minute. I have no idea what happened with the music there at the beginning. It started going haywire. I've been having some issues in general with my computer, and StreamYard in general has been there's been some weird stuff, but it's not just us. I know Geeked Out Life has been having some streaming issues as well, but we'll get through it. It's technology. It's a weird time, by the way. We don't normally stream at a Friday afternoon at 6:00, but man, we're just gonna kick this off right now because you guys are already coming with questions. We'll answer Davey's question first. Open questions. If you guys have questions about the Geoffreys, you have questions about Toy Anxiety, you guys want to talk about ToyFair, whatever you guys want. I'm going to open book tonight. I'll be very honest. So, and then I'll say hi to the chat in earnest after this. But this is going to be super loose, hanging out. I don't know. I have my guitar here. Maybe should I play guitar for you guys? No. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, Davey, what's up, man? Davey asks, who did the voice for Emmett Otter and his mom? Me and Abby, actually. I'm super proud of that Emmett Otter sketch. So we did this parody song from Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and we did the voices. So Abby and I practiced a lot. It was not easy to sing, but we knocked it out pretty quickly. I mean, I've been kind of like loosely doing Emmett Otter's voice just as kind of a joke around the house for a long time. So, but I'm super proud of that one. We did not put, we didn't put any effects or any vocal, I'm trying, let me see if I can get into it now. I'm like, gee, ma, like just kind of like one of those things like, boy, it sure is fun to have the Geoffreys again this year. Whatever I was doing, I was like really we sound like crazy people when we're recording this stuff, but super proud of Abby. We're not professional singers, God knows. But yeah, that was really fun, and it really turned out. I was really proud of that one. We had fun with that one. And I love Emmett Otter, and I love all that. So no AI. We didn't use any AI, nothing weird. No, I would tell you guys. But now that you know it's our voices, go back and listen to it. You'll definitely hear it a little bit. But I probably have some outtakes too. Yeah. No, I did not we didn't reach out to anybody, but yeah, trying to hit harmonies while doing voices and all that was kind of fun. But I'm glad you guys liked that. That was really cool. And yeah, I don't know. I know the guy who did Emmett Otter's voice also did most famously the Count, the original voice of the Count on Sesame Street, which is way different because Emmett's kind of like a little nasally and a little bit um, kind of raspy. And Count is more like this, that kind of thing. Should I just do voices the whole time? Like the Count hanging out with Emmett Otter? Boy, I wish I could count. You can count. Sorry, I won't do that. Let me say hi to the chat, everybody. Chris Bruno, with all faults. AJ Quick. Davey obviously is here. Flash is here. Jeff White, Justin Nicolosi, Matt Bush, Cougar McGillicuddy, Eddie Moladario. Sorry if I said that wrong. James Sterling, with all faults. Frankie Rivera, Cadult Collector, Detroit Dave, Joe Carmelo, Tony Durbano, Skylar Davis, Brian Carr, Toy Geekosaurus, Video Power Gaming. Thank you guys all for being here and hanging out. And I know there's more than that too. Elko is here. Stanley Eberhard is here. Yeah, I'll update everybody on everything. Okay, so yeah, Geoffreys were a lot of fun. If you guys have, I know some people asking about Geoffreys pins and challenge coins. Well, we do need to be better about merch just in general. So stay tuned for news on that. I've been working on a couple things. But the plan is definitely to do the Geoffreys again next year and to never miss years. Really, the only reason we missed last year is because we were just in the middle of all of the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, stuff and Firehouse Fridays, and Ryan was also working on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and knee deep in that. So it just we couldn't do it. Like, we don't want to do it unless we think we can make it really good and do it justice, and not sacrifice quality. So, but I was super happy, super proud of it this year, and you guys really turned out, and the response has been really good. So thank you for that. Let me go back and look at some of the questions coming in because there was a couple. Let's see here. We did that one. Eddie, does any company reach out to you guys and thank you for the awards? Actually, yeah, we talked to our friends at NECA. We talked to our friends at Marvel Legends. Mondo actually captured the video of winning Company of the Year and put it on their Instagram, which I thought was really, really cool, and tagged us all in it. And I don't know if you guys watched Gotham City Tonight this week, but I think the wins have just gone straight to Alex's head. He had on the shades, he had on the blazer, and no, yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, we definitely at Super Set. I talked to Kyle at Super 7, and then, like, I'm sure there's other companies that just don't know what the Geoffreys are. It's kind of funny. I was talking about it with everybody over the week. Like, the Geoffreys started off with just me and Ryan wanting to do just our own version of, end of the year awards, and it's kind of morphed into this like real kind of thing. So we were cracking up with the reach it has now, and super proud of it. So yeah, hopefully it'll keep growing and we can continue to, I don't know, make it bigger and bigger. My dream is to do it live, like a live in-person show where people come out. We do like a big variety show, but I don't know. We'll see. 1 year at a time. But we appreciate everybody's, support. It's awesome. Cougar, maybe one show you guys could do tours of each other's toy rooms. Yeah, Jake put up one fairly recently with all of his kaiju stuff. I am gearing up. My toy room's gone through so much reorganization. It's something I want to do at some point. Is a proper toy room tour. So I'm sure we will eventually. We got plans for that kind of stuff. Justin Nicolosi, I love the vintage looking TV guide scroll before Ryan's commercial. Yeah, Ryan killed it. And I'll let him speak to it on the regular episode next week. But him and our good friend Brandon BC DeLorean really, really did an awesome job putting the Ryan Dole's Place at Flooring Emporium commercial together. Did an awesome job. I was super, super impressed with that. And the reaction was really strong to that. People really like that. Let's see what else here. What was the collectible shop in the skit. Okay, so that's Second Chance Toys. It's the best vintage toy, one of the best vintage toy stores I've ever been to, but it's definitely the best one in the state of Georgia. It's in Marietta, Georgia. Chance and his dad run the shop, and our buddy Kelly works up there, who's a Toy Anxiety YHS listener. And it was kind of funny, like a little. We'll talk about it more on Tuesday, but just kind of like for you guys, like we showed up, we like didn't tell them we were coming, or that we went on a Saturday afternoon, like a pretty busy time, and all of a sudden, like Abby's wearing a suit and we're singing and dancing and everything else. But they were super cool with letting us do that. But yeah, it was really fun. We just kind of went up there and we were there for a couple hours, and that's when I bought I showed that B-wing off a couple weeks ago, that vintage Star Wars B-wing. That's when I bought it. As kind of it was about a thank you for to running around the store like maniacs for a couple hours. I had to buy some stuff. Tip jar phone calls. They're coming. That's all I could say. It has to do with aligning schedules. I know we owe you guys phone calls. It'll be in the next couple weeks, probably after ToyFair. I promise you. I promise. Same with the signed prints. Ryan has them in hand. They're coming. They're coming. Soulcraft said, I thought the NECA customer service skit was hysterical. Yeah, Abby did great. That was one of those ideas that kind of came near the end. But we thought it would be really funny to have her playing NECA customer support, and yeah, that came. I was really proud of her. Got a good reaction, and she's super funny. So people seem to like that one. The whole thing. The thing is like it's supposed to be satirical. Like I don't want to go hard on any one toy company, and like but it's. I know people have had their issues with the NECA customer service and the Donatello's lab and all that. So we thought it'd be good. So yeah. Yes, Davey. Very platonic. It's all good. It's all good. Chris Bruno, and you were writing a book. Yes, I was deep on the Real Ghostbusters book during last year's Geoffreys time as well. But no excuses. Do not let us try to cancel the Geoffreys ever again because it's too fun. Little bit of whimsy. Y'all have a super cool logo that would look great on merch, like a hat or shirt. Yeah. So I love our logo. It was done by Baducci Studios. We do have a shirt store. We do have merch. So it's shopyhs.com. We just need to add more to it, but I just put the link in there. If you guys ever want a YHS logo shirt or a Toy Anxiety shirt, and we'll get some more merch in there in the coming weeks and months. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Emily and Pat, I've heard from both of them from Hasbro. They were both there watching along and having a good time as well. Let's see. Davey, do we send out trophies to the winners? In years past, we have. We haven't this year, but I think the plan is to get some new ones made. We had a really good design from Tony Taylor and Baducci that we sent out last year. We just didn't do it this year, but we're not going to send out NFTs or anything like that. So there you go. Flash asks, where was the voting held? So what we did is we did do votes in the Discord to come up with our categories. And then the final decisions are kind of a vote between, like, you got to remember the Geoffreys at the end of the day are like, it's our version of our top 10 lists and stuff for the year. So the four of us vote, and then we have a couple other like, people that we really trust to kind of lean on for input as well. I would be open to in the future having a little bit more viewer fan involvement in the vote. But a lot of it is just really us wanting to recognize the things that we really, really gravitate towards and love. And that's why, like, we're not big Transformers collectors, so you're never going to see a lot of Transformers recognition, even though there's like great figures and toys and HasLabs and all that. But as the Geoffreys like grows and evolves, I'm sure we'll have more more ways for people to kind of get involved with the voting and stuff. Although it does get contentious because there's times where we're going over it, and Jacob, Ryan, myself, we have pretty strong opinions about this stuff. So there could be some give and take. Um, Panels to Pixels, was that Jacob's real voice in the opening song? Dude's Got Pipes. If so, yeah, Jacob is an excellent singer, and it's one of his many hidden talents. Um, he can sing, and he literally knocked that stuff out in like one take, which is unbelievable. But he's a great singer. He's a great songwriter too. This is a talented bunch here that we surround ourselves with. Let's see here. Abby has great comedy timing. She sure does. We'll go with Craig. My wife walked in right when you were doing the Joker on the stairs scene and was like, "What the hell is this? The greatest award show and podcast of all time." Well, thank you very much. I don't. I see the Joker stuff. I still am not 100% sure why. I just thought it would be funny and silly, and we poked so much fun at me as well as McFarlane, as well as Joker 2 was such a weird sequel, and the whole Joker McFarlane set that went up for pre-order this year. I just thought it'd be funny, and I really committed to it, and it was definitely. I saw a couple people saying it felt like a fever dream. Um, that's kind of what I was going for. Although I really did like the first Joker movie. So what can I say? Chris Bruno, will there be any more signed prints? Yeah, we're doing some extra ones. So if anybody's interested in that, we'll have some more. Mighty D18. Okay, seriously, how did you and Abby meet? Was Jacob involved? No, we didn't make Jacob for a long time actually. Like so when I was like 19, 20, 21, 22, I was in a band, and I actually knew Abby. Her boyfriend at the time was a fan of my band, and they would come, and so I knew Abby when she was like 16 and I was 19 or whatever. Um, just like acquaintances. And then we ended up reconnecting by sheer luck in our early 20s at a bar. Met at a bar, and I was out with other people, and she was there with people, and she recognized me, which is classic. She was like, "Weren't you in that band?" I was like, "Oh, this happens all the time." It literally never had happened before. Um, and that was about it. And it's been 17 years since then, or 16 years. And we met Jacob through Ghostbusters stuff and Dragon Con in like 2014, something like that. We weren't friends that long before starting the podcast. It was like maybe like a year. So, yep. Elko, where was it all filmed? All over. Different spots in and around Atlanta. Obviously, Dole did his stuff up in Vancouver. And like I said, all the stuff at Second Chance Toys was up in Marietta, Georgia, and yeah, but yeah, all over. And then we had a lot of Toy Farce. He's out in Europe, and he did some stuff. And Jake Stevens is out in the Pacific Northwest. He did his Substance stuff, which was another fever dream. It was really cool. But yeah, we were all over. Glad you guys liked it though. These are great questions, by the way. So thank you. Power Turtle Buster. What will the book have in it? I just got here. Is it showing prototype figures, Ecto One, and role play? I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. It definitely has prototypes. It's got production art. It's got toy design, concepts, all sorts of stuff. We tried to pack in as much as possible while telling a really, really compelling story. So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Let's see what else. Why no Matt Bush gifted item of the year? Yeah, that could probably be a category. Although Matt Bush did get a shout out during the opening song. Let's see. Sad comment of the year award. We could probably do something like that. Try to keep it positive, you know? I guess. Soulcraft. Here's a good one. When will we learn more about cryptoids? Very soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. This is something we've been working on, and I know we've been teasing it and haven't made any official announcements yet. But we should have some like official news on that March-ish, April-ish. But we're hoping this summer, early summer, to launch the Kickstarter. So we'll see. It's a big project and there's a lot of moving parts and there's multiple people involved, and we just want to do it the right way. We want it to be really, really good. But more as soon as we feel like we're ready to start talking about it. And for those asking, so Cryptoids is a project that we've been working on that we have been slowly teasing. It's it's a toy project that we're super excited about, super invested in, and you guys will all be hearing about it soon. But I think you're going to really like it. We're all really super excited about it. It's going to be good. Power Turtle Buster. What's the difference in the two books? The deluxe edition has the special Firehouse slipcase and then the reproduction animation cells. So it's just like it's more of the presentation. It comes with a couple bonuses, but the actual content of the book is the same. Jeff White, can you say what type of figures cryptoids are? They're action figures. We just don't want to give out any details yet, but I think it's going to be really fun. It's something a little bit different than I don't know, not even different, just something that's going to be awesome because we're doing it. I can't give away anything. I want to, but I can't. But it's also just like it's still in motion. Like there's, like anything else. We want to tease it because we want to start getting a little buzz out there, but we can't. When there's something official to announce, we will definitely announce it. And we thank you guys for the interest already. Davey already wants doubles. Cool. I support that. Justin, it was awesome having Kinnick on the show. Yeah. I really love what they're doing with Big Rubber Guys and Major Bendy's over at Major. I think for an independent toy company with Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, and Kinnick, they're killing it. I love wrestling, and I think there's a lot of people making independent wrestling toys right now. But I think Big Rubber Guys are awesome. They're so good, and I love them, and I'm buying as many as possible. We'll hopefully have him back on pretty soon. Stanley, is there a Toy Anxiety fan tattoo out there yet? Not that I know of, but we do have a tattoo artist on the show. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would gladly tattoo the Toy Anxiety logo on someone. Maybe we should do it as a commitment to the brand. I don't know. I've never gotten a tattoo. Maybe I should start. Maybe my first one. Let's see here. Power Turtle Buster. Let's see. Jeff White, did you have Retro Blasting's blessing for his presence in the opening video? No, he just happened to be at the store while we were filming. There was a bunch of people at the store we were filming. I think he lives in Atlanta, and I've talked to him and chatted with him before at Second Chance, but he just happened to be there in the background at the exact moment we were doing our thing. So we thought that was a fun little surprise cameo. Am I collecting any other wrestling figures? Yeah, so I have a pretty specific wrestling I'm actively collecting the Mattel Elite Monday Night Wars line, but I'm only getting the WCW figures. I love WWF at the time, and I love all those The Rock and Steve Austin and DX and everything. But my hardcore nostalgia is WCW. So if it's WCW, I'm more likely to buy it. I'm collecting big rubber guys, kind of picking and choosing, not being a completist, not getting any modern guys, just just the legends, the older guys. I have some WWF Hasbros and stuff like that, and I'm not actively pursuing those. I pick them up if I get good deals. I have a lot of the WCW Galoob figures. I have most of those, but I think Big Rubber Guys and is kind of my main one right now. Let's see here. Inhaled farts. You haven't seen my toy anxiety tramp stamp? Not yet. I gotta talk to you, man. We gotta talk about. I want to hear these Brutal Realm updates. I'm assuming you guys are gonna be at Toylanta / PowerCon. We're gonna have to catch up, say hi, and see what's going on with Brutal Realm. You guys had a heck of a Kickstarter a couple months ago. Detroit Dave, you'd be okay with someone getting the Toy Anxiety logo, no copyright infringement? I mean, let's face it, the Toy Anxiety logo has Batman and Egon and who else? Boba Fett on it. So it's all good. Let's see. For the Geoffreys, please add customizer of the year for 4 and 6-inch scale and add customizer website of the year. Okay. Maybe we will. I don't buy I almost knocked over my guitar. I don't buy a lot of customs, but I know there's a lot of people doing that stuff out there, so yeah. Justin, are you done collecting vintage stuff? The prices are crazy. No, definitely not. I mean, I think my heart will always live with vintage toys. But it's the prices of I've been saying this a lot lately. The prices of everything are crazy. In the world. So everything's super expensive. But I still collect my vintage Star Wars. No more vintage Turtles though. Just not as into it these days. I don't know why. You guys are coming in fast and furious with a ton of questions here. I'm going to try to get to a bunch of them, and then I want to talk about some toys. What other hobbies do I have? Thanks, Justin. A lot. I have a lot of hobbies. Is podcasting a hobby? Podcasting, collecting toys. I play golf. A lot of people don't know that. Play golf. I'm a drummer. I still play music. Somebody asked what my go-to song on guitar is. I'm a drummer. I'm not a guitarist, but my go-to song is what's the song? What's the song called? Anybody? Let's see if I can play it. You guys guess it. Then we'll know if I'm good. Hold on. All right. You guys, you guess the song. And if you guess what song that was, then I guess I know how to play it. My actual Ectoglow status. I'm not elite right now. I'm trying to get elite again soon. I'm an idiot. What can I say? Rick Jones says keep practicing. Thank you, Rick. Thunderstruck by AC/DC. No, it was supposed to be Helplessly Hoping by Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. But it's also out of tune, I'm pretty sure. It was not Hungry Like the Wolf, okay? But I do love music a lot, and I am a drummer. And I'm in a band and we're on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but that's okay. Let's see what else here. Of your vintage toys, which line will never leave your home? Real Ghostbusters. That's if I stopped collecting toys altogether and just had to hold on to something, it would be my Kenner Real Ghostbusters. All right, you guys, everyone's roasting me. Chill, okay? I know how to play the damn guitar, just not well. Oh shit! You guys want to talk about let's talk about Mondo toys real quick. I'll keep answering questions, but we haven't really like we did a little bit of a deep dive on this on YHS last week. But we I just wanted to talk about it. Thank you guys. Everyone's being really supportive today. Lots of people here hanging out on a weird Friday stream too, so thank you for being here. Eddie, Kickstarter of the Year award. Yeah, we definitely want to do next year either like indie toy line or Kickstarter of the year or something like that because there's so many good ones. Any love for TMNT, Thundercats, or Mask? So I don't know anything about Mask. It was never on my radar. I love Ninja Turtles, and I wish there was a like I have a bunch of NECA turtles, and I think what Playmates is doing is incredible, and the Joy Toy stuff is great. But there's just so like Ninja Turtles was a big deal for me growing up, and I don't know, man. It's just there's just so much of it that it's kind of hard for me to keep up with. Although I was just at Target, which had a huge shipment of the Archie Turtles as well as a lot of the Last Ronin stuff, and it just looks so good. Like NECA is still really, really killing it with Turtles. So I'll probably jump back in. Knowing me, I'll probably jump back in at some point. Everyone, people. So I'm not opposed. People are saying I should do a Friday night stream. I'm not opposed to doing an extra stream like this. If you guys are into it and we could do like a different format. I don't know if I could commit to every week, but maybe once or twice a month hop here on a Friday night and just do something like this, some Q&A. If you guys like it, I'll do it. It's not that much lift for me. Yes, the Melvor the book is available to order. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, wherever you can get books. It's also on Big Bad Toy Store. So yeah, that I would appreciate it. I think you guys are gonna love it. What was my first Ninja Turtle? So I want to say I got like Leonardo and Raphael and the Turtle Blimp first. I think that was it. And then because that first wave, when you have the four turtles, April, Splinter, Foot Soldier, and Shredder, whatever it was, and then the Turtle Blimp Party Wow. I mean, that stuff was just so. I mean, it is so ingrained in my brain as a toy fan and as a collector. But yeah, I remember. I mean, it was just if you guys weren't there in 1986 or 87 or whatever it was, I mean, it was Turtles, Ghostbusters. I mean, it was just a fun time to be a kid. No, I'm sure it's fun now to be a kid, but it was really fun then. It sucks being an adult, I'll tell you that much. A couple more questions here. A little bit of whimsy. Other than Ghostbusters, what are you most hyped for 2025? Oh man, you're right. You're right. Ghostbusters is taking up a lot of my brain space. I'm back on the classified train. I'm always looking forward to seeing what what the Hasbro team's going to be doing with classified. Just the amount of figures they're putting out. Maybe they'll do some more vehicles. That would be really cool. We're going to be at Toy Fair next week, and I'm really interested to see what happens with some of the big licenses. Like, there hasn't been any official announcements on like Star Wars or Marvel or DC, and like a lot of these licenses are up. So like, I know Blake from Toy Collector magazine, if you guys don't have the new issue, one of his Toy Fair predictions was that there's going to be a major shakeup somewhere. There's rumblings out there. So I've been dipping back into Batman and Dark Knight Hot Toys. So I've got a couple on pre-order. That new Armory I'm really excited about. And yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, I'm interested to see what happens with those big licenses. See if Star Wars and Marvel stick with Hasbro, which I'm assuming they will. But I'm really excited to see what all these indie toy companies are doing. I can't wait for the Brutal Realm figures. I can't wait to see Monsters. I can't wait for Flipor to deliver and see what Mad Hatter does next. So there's a lot to be excited about in toys. NECA at Toy Fair, they always have maybe they'll have some new licenses they reveal, which would be really cool. Jaws has a big anniversary this year. I know that there's going to be a Hooper Ultimate that they've already kind of leaked out there. Back to the Future has a 40th anniversary this year, so I'm always excited to see if there's going to be Back to the Future products. Lots of stuff. Is YHS attending Toylanta? Yeah, we'll be there for sure. We're not vending or anything, but we'll definitely be up there. The hair on Boogeyman is insane. I don't know how a factory is able to mold that. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, we had Attack Peter on YHS last week, and we talked in detail about the Egon and Boogeyman set. And like, boy, I'm just nothing but impressed with what Mondo is doing. They are expensive, they are pricey, totally get it. But as a diehard Ghostbusters fan and somebody who's wanted these literal figures my whole life, I'm all on board. And this photography is really, really awesome too. Check that out. Look at that diorama. It's really cool. I love the scared Egon face. Then you got Louis the Gangster getting sucked into the trap. This is awesome. Got the blue intro ghosts. I'm just to leave that Boogeyman up. Just haunt our dreams for a little bit here. Preferred baddie, Sam Hain or Boogeyman? Boogeyman's my favorite. I mean, Sam Hain's a classic, and he's great. All these guys are great, but Boogeyman is like that's the iconic one. That's like even if you don't have like a photographic memory of the show, I think Boogeyman. Just the thought of this monster in your closet, it's really scary. Flash, what would Black Series have to do to get me back in? I don't think there's anything Black Series could do to get me to go back into Black Series. I've been down that road. I had hundreds of Black Series figures. I sold them. Nothing against them. I think they're great. It's just not where my Star Wars collecting is right now. I'm mainly vintage, and that's just the way it is. But more power to you. It's a great line of figures. They put out a ton of stuff. Lots of great character selection. I mean, that line's been going strong for a long time. But it's just not for me. I can appreciate them though when I see them. When I go to the store and I saw all those Skeleton Crew figures. They look great. I was tempted, but I didn't buy them. Hasbro put out a press release showing what they're focused on, and Star Wars wasn't mentioned at all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Neil Cox, DC Marvel comic crossover announced 2 one-shots from each. I'd love Hasbro to announce DC figures to celebrate. Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy if Hasbro got the DC license and did like a Marvel Legends style line. But like, where would you start? like if you were Hasbro or Mattel or one of these companies and you got the DC license and you were going to do a collector's line, like where do you start? I guess with Batman, but it's crazy. It's fun to think about though. Um, scrolling through here. Let's see. Gage. Do you think Hasbro will see Mondo's success with RGB and try to compete? Um, no, I mean, look, it's all relative, right? Like success for Hasbro is different than success for Mondo. Mondo is no matter what making a much more limited quality of their items. Um, do I think Hasbro could ever make real Ghostbusters figures like Plasma Series style? Sure, I think they could. I don't know. I feel like they would have by now, if that makes sense. Like they've had the license back since 2018, 2019. Um, and we all, the HasLab they just did was incredible. The Ecto 1 and Ecto 1A with all those figures was really great. I have a feeling that whatever we see going forward from Hasbro and Ghostbusters will likely, like my educated guess is that we'll probably start, maybe we'll see some more Kenner Classic stuff. I could see that. But there's, Ghostbusters has an animated series and an animated movie coming out, and the master toy license holder is always going to be focused more on like the newer media. So if and when those animated properties come out, I would imagine the focus would be more on that, not the nostalgia stuff. But you never know. Like Hasbro, I was nobody was more surprised than me that they did an Ecto 1 HasLab, B did it so well, and C that it was so successful. Like I didn't see it coming. So you never know. But I think Mondo is kind of creating their own lane right now with the real Ghostbuster stuff. You guys are coming in strong with questions. I was only going to do 30 minutes, so I'll try to go to an hour. We're at 42 minutes now. And then we'll have regular toy anxiety on Tuesday. Rodney Winch, after the main 5 cast the real Ghostbusters from Mondo, what do you want to see next? For me, People Busters. Funny you should ask. I've been working on a YouTube video today. I'm going to do my top 10 real Ghostbusters toys and action figures I'd like to see from Mondo. People Busters definitely on the list though. Ecto 1 definitely on the list. Grundle, Were Chicken, Watt. There's a ton. There's so many. But I hope to get that video out next week, but I have not made as much progress on it as I wanted to today. Let's see. Riley Bob, TVC for life. Totally get it. Jeff White, did I get the Magnolia Clothier's Tobin Spirit Guide? I got one for Christmas. It was amazing. No, it looked really cool though, but I did not pick one up. Elko, he'll get back into Black Series when that Rancor comes out. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what killed it for me when the Rancor Black Series HasLab didn't go through. It was kind of a gut punch. But anyways, stop sharing my screen. What else here? Isn't DC Universe Classics consider a Marvel Legends style line from Adam? Yeah, I mean, I think Mattel kind of started it with the multiverse line or the DC Universe Classics line, and I never bought any of that stuff, but I've seen a lot of it. It looks really good, especially for the time. Then they did the multiverse line, and then McFarlane has kind of carried it on, but it almost feels like talking to hardcore DC collectors, it kind of feels like they're looking for maybe like a fresh start. I know a lot of people are not happy with the McFarlane output, so is what it is. We'll see. Let's see here. With all faults is leaving. Bye. You're welcome. Thank you for watching the Geoffreys. Ryan Ryan, what is this? Well, I said I was going to do a bonus Q&A stream, and this is it. You guys know there was an earthquake in Canada today? Can you believe that? It's crazy. Hope everybody's okay. Thank you, Cartman. Appreciate that. Geoffreys were a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen the Geoffreys, go check it out. It's on the channel. Ton of fun. Chris Bruto, back when you had Pat and Emily on, I asked for an engine idling sound effect. Then I saw a video of Emily last week saying how they're getting the idle sound just right. I'll imagine I'm 100% responsible. Yeah, we're going to call that the Bruno idling engine sound. We're labeling it right now. That's what we do best at Toy Anxiety. We take credit for things. It's great. Mr. Dole says he's over Todd. Yeah. I just I think when McFarlane first got we should start doing more top 10s. When McFarlane first got a the license, I was excited, and like when the DC Multiverse line started, I thought it was cool, but like it's just kind of a weird there seems to be absolutely no rhyme or reason to the releases. It's just it's very Batman focused, obviously, but there's not a great character variety. And like DC just spans such, I mean, it's what 70, 80 years, whatever it is of characters and comics. I just think Marvel Legends has the template for the right way to do that stuff. And they cover a lot of ground. They have, they also have 75, 80 years of comics, but they also have current movies and current shows and current comics and current animated properties, and they do a really, really good job of striking a balance. So, but I don't know. I'm not well versed enough to know if how fans are different in Marvel and DC, and if there's different expectations and all that stuff. But I just feel like if you took the Marvel Legends model and applied it to DC with the same quality figures, I think you might be in for something special, but I don't know. This was another one I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. I saw this pre-order went up for today. And I just love these. These are the NECA TMNT Last Ronin Ghost Brothers. And I feel like I need them because they're, first of all, Ghost Brothers just sounds like Ghostbusters. But I have a bunch of the Last Ronin figures, and like these are just really cool. These are good looking toys, but it's $100 for the three of them. But I might get them. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I think they're super cool. If you guys all read The Last Ronin, I can't say that I've read all of it, but from what I've seen and read, it's very, very cool. But yeah, I like these. Stanley, do we have ToyFair interviews planned? Yeah, I mean, Hasbro's doing like a special event, like a showcase or some sort of thing Saturday night for their different brands. So I'm sure we'll be talking to the Hasbro teams in some capacity. But yeah, that's it. We're going to talk to Hasbro. We're going to talk to NECA, Super 7, Mattel. We're going to do as much as we can while we're there. Got a new shotgun mic for the iPhone. No live streams from the booths. Going to do pre-recorded, well put together videos. So Ryan Dole cannot yell at me about shaky live streams. But I'm excited about it. Should be good. Christopher, I am good, and thank you. You have an awesome weekend as well. Sierra Kilo Bravo, I can't good conscience get any more NECA for reasons. I get it. Hey, we all gotta make our decisions. Stuff's expensive. It's not getting any cheaper. But I really do like these figures. They're cool. Will I actually pre-order them? I have no idea. Well, guys, look, 10 minutes left. If you have any more questions, if you want to cover any more ground, let me know. Appreciate you guys tuning in for the bonus stream. Yes, of course. King of feedback, Rindle. No, I think it's good. I think Toy Fair will be good. I don't really know what to expect. This is the first this is Toy Fair kind of returning back to its roots. So Toy Fair traditionally was in February every year. Um and then the last like February New York Toy Fair was COVID 2020. And then it didn't happen in 2021, and then they tried something in Dallas I think in 2022, and then the last one was fall of 2023 in New York back at Javits Center. We went to that one, and that was pretty much kind of back to normal, but now they're going back to the roots of this is the time of year where all the companies are rolling out all their new toys and selections for the year. And I think it's going to be really good. I think we might be in for some surprises from the different companies. So appreciate you guys. Definitely tune in. We'll have as many, as much coverage as possible. Um, Neil Cox says, my wallet is slinking away from me, cowering in the corner after more Joy Toy TMNT reveals. Man, Joy Toy's making some noise in the turtle world for sure. I have to check that. I want to see those in person. I haven't seen them yet. Achilles Music. What other company could handle Star Wars if not Hasbro? That's a tough one. It's been Hasbro all along. Kenner to Hasbro. Listen, there's big toy companies out there. Mattel, Jazzwares. There's a lot of companies that I think could do it, but I don't know. I don't know. There's just such a legacy with Hasbro. I think I think it's hard right now. I think Star Wars is in an interesting place as a brand. It's an interesting place as a collector brand. In some ways, I mean, listen, these HasLabs are super successful. They're putting out more vintage collection product than they have in years. So we'll see. We will see. Um do I think Mondo will show off Winston and Ray at Toy Fair? No, I think it might be a little early. Maybe later in the year, maybe like WonderCon or San Diego Comic-Con. Um I'll be honest, I'm not even sure. I know Funko, so usually Mondo doesn't have like their own Toy Fair booth. Funko will have some kind of display where they'll have Funko, Mondo, Loungefly, etc. So, but maybe I could be wrong, but I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Um, but I can't wait to see Ray and Winston and those other ghosts. I'm super excited. All right, guys, I'm going to do like 3 more minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, get them in. Don't forget to hit like on this video. That always helps us. Appreciate you guys being here. A lot of people tuning in for kind of a last minute bonus stream. The reason I did this stream was because we hit the like goal or the super chat goal in the Geoffreys. So thank you guys so much for the support. And if you like this, I'm willing to. I don't know if doing a Q&A every Friday I think that would get old. But maybe once a month I can hop on and do something like this. I think it'd be fun. What do you guys think? Yeah, Mondo did tease a new Wolverine today. I wonder if I have that picture up anywhere. Was it on Twitter? X? Where'd they tease that thing? Let's check it out. I know people were talking about this new Wolverine and they're excited that it. Here, I'm going to try to share my screen here. There it is. So it looks like comicbook.com on Monday will have the full reveal, but it's a new 1/6 Wolverine. That looks awesome. You guys excited about this one? You guys excited about this guy? Cute Colt, what is your ideal outfit color for Mondo Janine? I mean, I want the class. Like, there's never been a Janine in her like, I don't no, what is it? Yellow tank top and like blue skirt with like the pearl neck, like whatever like the classic like Janine at the desk is, like season 1, season 2. That's my ideal. If they make her in a flight suit as well, that would be awesome. But we've never had just like that classic regular casual Janine. Um yeah, I don't know. Yellow, I just like yellow. It's one of my favorite colors, but I'd have to go back. I want to go back and look at like the first whatever Janine looks like in like the first episode. That's what I would do. First episode of Real Ghostbusters is Ghosts Are Us. So maybe I can find a picture of Janine from that episode, and that'll be my answer. See? I think according to my research, no, I don't know if that's from yeah, I don't know if that's from this episode, but let me see here. Jacob's birthday is Sunday. Yeah, this is Janine to me. This is what I think of when I think of Janine. So, yeah, make that. Make that, Mondo. Do it because I want it. Chad Stewart, do you think Mondo will move on to the Extreme Ghostbusters line? I actually do. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. I hope so. I think maybe the licenses are a little bit different, but I think is anything's possible if they sell a bunch of these Real Ghostbusters figures. Anything's possible. Obviously, Extreme Ghostbusters is even more niche than the Real Ghostbusters, but I think people would be into it. Kylie, Egon, Eduardo, and so on. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna bail. This was fun. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Hope everybody has a great weekend and has a safe Friday night. Tune in next week for more toy anxiety, and then we'll be at ToyFair next weekend, so we'll have coverage of that. And bye. That's it. Thanks for watching the Geoffreys. Thanks for being here. See ya. Bye bye. Putting the music on. I'm gonna do it. There it is. See ya.